In today's episode, we're going to be talking about bipolar disorder. Kemah Bob is our comedian of the day, and she's going to be doing a really cool stand-up all about her personal experiences with bipolar disorder. After that, we'll be meeting Dara Vakili, graduate and researcher from University College London, and he'll be answering the most important questions that you guys will be tweeting, so stay tuned for that. So now, as in every episode, it's your chance to tweet any questions or thoughts that you might have about today's topic, at @MentalUK. Should we get started with the show? Guys, so I am ready to laugh and learn. So without further ado, let's welcome Kemah Bob.
Hi there.
Hello. Oh, good to see you.
Good to see you too.
How are you doing?
I am all right. I'm really excited to be here.
Fab. So we're all really excited for your stand-up.
Nice.
But the real question is, are you ready?
Like about as ready as a chronically anxious person can be for anything.
Fantastic. We'll take it. We will take it. So we'll get cracking in just a bit. But before that, let's check out this mini documentary so our audience can find out just who Kemah Bob is.
I'm curious. My name is Kemah Bob. I am a comic from Houston, Texas. And I do stand-up comedy. I'm an improviser. I also perform as the drag king, Lil Testes. I produce stuff, and I write stuff, and I host stuff, and yeah, I exist. When I was younger and I was in like middle school and stuff, I would get voted as class clown, like a lot. I was diagnosed with bipolar during my 3rd year in undergrad. And it was really weird because what it did for my comedy at that time was horrible stuff. It did absolutely nothing for me. I just lost my drive to go do the one thing, you know, that put like a real smile on my face. So that was a bummer. And it wasn't until years later when I would begin to address it on stage. So yeah, guys, I have bipolar, and so what, you guys? I'm a freaking boss. I'm a freaking badass. Hey, hello. Hey, I'm Kemah. I am from Texas, which is interesting. A lot of people, especially people in London, will be like, oh, you're from Texas, isn't that amazing? Why would you ever leave? And I'm just kind of like, I'm very much a black woman. Like, it's not the ideal climate for me to be in. But being in London is super cool. A bit stressful, but I'm stressed all the time because I have bipolar disorder. Woo! That's right. Yeah. I have bipolar disorder, which is like super chill. It's like so cool. I do it all the time. Robin Williams has it, you know, and like Amy Winehouse has it. And they're cool, so that's how I know that I'm gonna be cool. It's interesting. I feel like there are like positives to diagnosis, right? Like I can really empathize with people due to my vast emotional range. I see myself in London sun, how it like just shines super intensely and then just disappears with no explanation. Like, I get that. That's me. I feel you. They're weird thoughts. Like the other day I was chilling in my room solo, how I like it sometimes. I was chilling in my room and this fly like came and he sat on my leg and kind of like looked at me and I was like, hey, get out of here. And he flew around a bit but never got really far from me, you know, just stayed in like my view. He was like right there. And then he came and sat back down and he just looked me in the eyes and was like, be my friend. I was like, oh, it was so interesting. And it occurred to me so clearly in that moment that like flies are not annoying, they're not a nuisance, they're just lonely and they want like connection and physical contact, but don't know about consent. If you would have asked, it would have been fine. It literally would have been fine. I've been Kemah Bob. You guys have been awesome.